What's cracking YouTube? It's your boy Anthony Spritz, and I am back. And it has been a while, and there is a lot going on in gaming with Summer's Game Fest and the showcases and everything at the time of this recording. And yeah, whole lot of shit going on. But today I'm here to cover a game that had kind of a big reveal, but probably not in the way that the developers wanted it to. And we talking about Bioware and the new Dragon Age game. So kicking it off, the trailer reveal got absolutely bombed because it did look like a departure from what made Dragon Age special. You know, Dragon Age was supposed to be this high fantasy, gritty, dark experience, you know what I mean, that had deep lore, and the trailer reveal is just starting off on a bad foot with a lot of OG fans. And I have to agree, it did look very cartoony, and Fortnite meets Marvel-ish, and it's just a big departure from what made Dragon Age. Not to mention, this game has been in development for years and years and years. I gotta find exactly how long it's been and put that on the screen for y'all. But yeah, the trailer is just starting off on the bad foot, got everybody ready to pick up their pitchforks and torches and throw a brick through a window. You already know how that goes. At the time of this recording, they actually revealed the gameplay, right? And that's why I kind of waited to make the little video and stuff, because I was like, let me give the gameplay a shot. Maybe the gameplay is better than this little reveal trailer, and it is kinda slightly. Okay, the gameplay still suffers from that same thing that the trailer reveal did. It's the tonality is a little bit off. I'm looking through the comments, and people are saying it's just a departure from the old art design of the other Dragon Ages, and it just looks too colorful and not menacing at all, right? And not to mention the tone and certain things with characters and stuff like that. But yeah, not looking too crazy for Bioware right now, man, and they can't afford to miss with this one. This is a big one. This is them coming off of Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda, and those two bombed. Let's just be honest, dumpster fire. So they can't miss with this one. Next, we're gonna talk about this gameplay. See, now this one is interesting because I do remember playing Inquisition. I think it was back in 2014, and it did have that mix of action RPG, but also you could do a lot of tactical stuff, stop the camera, control all party members and things like that. Now, I will say that they're just showing like the beginning parts of the game where it's more linear and kind of hand-holdy, so hopefully this will get better. But when you're watching the gameplay, the character's level 1, he's not very strong. There's not a lot of abilities he has unlocked. It doesn't look like you can control any of the other characters in your party. Hopefully that changes once you get out of the beginning area, because they're literally just showing the beginning area and stuff like that. But it does look like there is a lot of focus on action, and what I mean by that is like a hack and slasher, like think of God of War, Devil May Cry. I have seen a lot of people in the comments compare it to a Souls-like. I didn't really see that, because I think that when you talk about a Souls-like, there's a level of like weight and mechanics that go into making a Souls-like, like for instance your stamina and weightiness of fighting enemies one-on-one. This just looked a little bit more actiony. It looked like they took the mechanics from Dragon Age Inquisition and kind of just like maybe sauced it up a little bit with some better animations and stuff like that. But this is just a vertical slice of the game, so hopefully it does get better. I do think that, and all, mind you, I've played all of the Dragon Age games from the first one to, you know, Dragon Age Origins, and you know what I mean, all of the ones. So I can kind of empathize with the people in the comments, and you know, it's understandable. I hope that Bioware has found a good balance when it comes to what made Dragon Age special, with the companions, the exploration, the way combat worked, how you fought, all that type of stuff. Other than that, I think that gameplay wise, you do have dialogue options, your character's fully voiced. Hopefully they flesh this out a little bit more, because I remember, especially in like Inquisition and Dragon Age Origins and stuff, like when you chose dialogue options and certain things, it affected the game. This is Bioware. They made Mass Effect and games like that. So like when you say or do stuff, it has consequences, or it'll have things that'll happen later on. And yeah, so hopefully they flush that out. They gotta snap on that, bro. Y'all are Bioware. Y'all are the guys. Y'all are the OGs who came up with this system in a way, right? That people were inspired by and ran with. So y'all gotta come with the heat. But shit, other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it with the gameplay. Graphics were alright. I do agree that it was a little cartoony, despite the fact that they're trying to do something gritty and like, edgy, quote unquote. Now, another comparison that I was seeing a lot in the comments when they were showing the gameplay or whatever was the comparison with Baldur's Gate 3, right? And that's a big one, because Baldur's Gate 3, as we know, is a crazy successful RPG, turn-based style, and just chock full of like choices and consequences and surprise and just a bunch of content. And I think this is a fair comparison. I mean, it's hard to fight that comparison, because even when you're playing Baldur's Gate 3, you know that some capacity somewhere down the road they've gotten inspired by Bioware. So this Bioware game, you know what I mean, them getting compared to Baldur's Gate, they had to see it coming. It's fair. I just think that this game it just looks like it's trying to appeal to a bit of a different demographic, at least so far. Like I said, this is just the first opening part of the game, so hopefully it gets better and they got more surprises and things up their sleeve when they start to show more and release the actual game. But yeah, we got to bring up that Baldur's Gate 3 comparison, because it's inevitable. I can't imagine somebody up there working at Bioware not seeing this coming. Somebody somewhere is going to compare this to Baldur's Gate, and hopefully they can do enough to either differentiate themselves from Baldur's Gate or games like that, or do something so they could be in the running. But right now, as far as fan reception, it's looking pretty iffy. So we're going to see what happens. And plus, in the teaser trailer, a beloved character dies in the teaser. Varric's crossbow, Bianca. Man, if you played through any of the Dragon Age games, you know how litty Bianca is, and Varric doesn't play around when it comes to his crossbow, and they destroy it in the teaser trailer. So we got to get some revenge, man. We got to get that get back. If not, then this game's gonna lose points for me, because hey, y'all, if you know, RIP to Bianca. The graphics, like I said prior, that a lot of people are complaining that it looks too cartoony and it's a departure from the grit that the other Dragon Age games have had. Also, I have to fact check this, but a lot of people are saying that Varric, they got the hair wrong, the color of his hair and stuff like that, chest hair, because I do remember that bussin' ass chest hair that Varric had. Man, looked like he was straight out of a love novel, which is a little side Easter egg in the Dragon Age Inquisition games. If you know, but things like that. So when we look at the graphics and stuff, yeah, I feel like it really wasn't that menacing. I think they tried to do kind of like a dark tone, but they kind of like Disney-fied it up a little bit. I could see that. There's a lot of popping colors and bright in your face colors going on, and it does kind of detract from that bleakness that they're trying to that they would be trying to get homage of the old games. So the last thing I want to talk about is story and tone. I think that this is interesting because as far as the story and the tone, from what we've seen, right, this is just literally a small piece of the game, but the interactions and how everything is being played out in the little gameplay teaser, it just looks like the tone could clash with the aesthetic. And what I mean by that is, like, when you're looking at the dialogue and how these characters are talking, what they're trying to do, it just seems like the mission is going against how the game is looking sometimes. Like, for instance, you're like, yo, we have to go stop Solus because he's about to destroy the world and everything is being, everything's going to shit. Shit is hitting the fan. There's demons everywhere. Meanwhile, the demons are looking kind of cartoony and like vibrantly colored and stuff like that. Obviously, have some stuff on screen so you can see for yourselves, but it does look like, to me at least, the story could clash with the tonality of the overall game. So we got to see how they put a bow on that. Also, another thing that people have caught is that Solus looks like he won't exactly be the main villain, because there's like stuff going on this is the first part of the game, literally. So it looks like they're introducing that twist real early. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Closing statements. What do I think, man? After watching that trailer, after watching the gameplay, after going back and watching trailers for Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age Inquisition, and stuff like that, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do, because they are slightly shifting the art direction and things like that. I want to see if they can keep it together and make this feel like a Dragon Age game, and make it entertaining, make it replayable, all those good things. We got to see what happens. Bioware really can't afford to take another loss right now. They're coming off of back-to-back losses, so this needs to go. Bioware, y'all got to be careful, because y'all might not make it if this bombs. And so far, looking at the reception, it doesn't look great, man. Y'all gotta come with it. So hopefully they have some type of surprises. They take some of this feedback they're getting from fans into consideration, because if not, it's not gonna be looking good for Bioware. We could just be making an RIP Bioware video. You feel me? So Dragon Age Veil Defenders, or whatever the fuck it's called. I'm gonna put the title of the game up. But yeah, Dragon Age fucking Veil Defenders, Defenders of Veil, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see. We gonna have to wait and see. But what do y'all think, man? If you watched this video, you liked it, you find it a little bit entertaining or whatever, you just got something to say, man, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna be trying to post more, but man, other than that, just like that, man, I'm gone. Peace.